Now, Farm Bureau presents the finalists for Class 5A Offensive Player of the Year. Tre Bruce, Pulaski Academy.
Ready to go!
League coaches just named him the top quarterback in the 5A Central, and he starts at receiver. Tre Bruce defines versatility. Number 15 played hide and seek with defenses. He might line up at quarterback, running back, or one of 4 receiver positions. Bruce earned all-state honors as a sophomore and was just as good as a junior with more than 1,400 yards and 16 scores, pacing the Bruins to 13 wins and a state championship. And his workload increased this year. Bruce accounted for 210 yards and 4 touchdowns in a mid-season win at Little Rock McClellan. 2 weeks later, he totaled 219 yards and 3 touchdowns in a blowout win at Jacksonville. And on the big stage, Tre delivered another triple play performance with 3 completions, 58 rushing yards, and 8 receptions for 86 yards at the 5A state championship game. Tre Bruce, PA's 3-time All-State athlete, generated more than 5,300 yards and 63 career touchdowns, while boosting the Bruins to 38 wins and back-to-back state titles.
Number 15, Tre Bruce.
Damarea Crockett, Little Rock Christian.
He was a marked man the past 2 years, and that forced Little Rock Christian's vocal leader to run with an attitude. Damarea Crockett gained almost 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns as a junior despite an ankle injury. In the playoffs, he shredded 5A South champion Hot Springs with more than 300 yards and 5 touchdowns. Damaria's senior season came with high expectations, and he would not disappoint. Number 16 sprinted for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns in a late-season Mercy Rule win over Clarksville. 2 weeks later, the Warriors claimed their first conference title in 8 years when Crockett covered 111 yards in a blowout of Maumelle. Damarea Crockett churned out more than 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns this year, lifting Little Rock Christian to the state semifinals for the second time in school history.
Zack Kelley, Pulaski Academy.
Life as the coach's son is difficult, more so when that coach is a national celebrity known for his contrarian ways. But Zack Kelley faced greater challenges. He broke his shoulder in 3 places as a junior and tore his ACL before his senior season started. A tireless worker, number 10 has defeated all odds and missed just 8 games with the injuries. After producing almost 1,600 yards and 21 touchdowns as a sophomore, Zack followed that up with more than 1,000 yards and 20 scores as a junior, despite missing 4 games with the shoulder. Then this summer, Zack blew out a knee. Amazingly, just 2 months later, PA's team captain returned and by mid-season emerged as the Bruins' deep threat. Zack attacked defenses. In 12 games, he caught 86 passes for almost 1,600 yards and 23 touchdowns. In his prolific career, number 10 hauled in 237 passes for 4,200 yards. The 3-time All-State performer caught at least 1 touchdown in every game he started, while lending 2 healthy hands in PA's consecutive state titles.
Kelley, touchdown,